going on? It's the Mad Hatter Podcast, and we got a very special guest today. I bumped into this brother. He stays very incognito in the city of H-Town, but he is definitely on the scene. Ladies and gentlemen, Warren Broadnax from She's Happy Hair is in the building, man.
Bro. Appreciate it.
For real, I had a chance to meet this guy accidentally doing another podcast and was expecting his partner. Jumped out the car. I'm like, I've never seen this guy anywhere. So I was laid out when I saw you, and I told the young lady that was there, Miss Scott, what's up, Scott? I said, I got to talk to this guy and get the story of She's Happy Hair. And that's not the only thing you do. I think people just, when they think you, they think She's Happy Hair. Right. They think your partner, Mr. Marcus, but y'all doing so much more. So let's go back. Before She's Happy Hair, where you from in H-Town? Tell me that story about who Mr. Warren is.
Man, bro. First of all,
I want to know school everything. And if you're not from here, because sometimes you find out like, I came here because of this or that, right?
I'm Houston, H-Town. Okay. H-Town born and bred, bro. And bro, I'm honored to even be sitting here with you, bro.
Here we go.
I can't not. If you're a real Houstonian, bro, you would come on now.
Let's not
come
do
on
that.
now. If you're a real Houstonian, bro.
No, we here for you today.
Facts.
But let me say this. I'm honored that you even said that. Sometimes you forget how long you've been in the city. And it's about like, I grew up on you.
Straight up.
Okay, go ahead and make me old. But it's even an honor to still be around and somebody to say that to you because it says something. So one, I appreciate that.
No problem.
But we talking about you.
We talking about me, bro. Born in Houston, bro. Yes, born and raised. Originally from like Sunnyside. That's where our roots are from, bro. Okay. Sunnyside. You know what I'm saying? So it's my family from, bro. Sunnyside, South Park. Started off probably Sunnyside Elementary, you know what I'm saying? Still have a huge affinity for the hood, a huge affinity.
Absolutely.
But then we moved a lot, bro. You know what I'm saying? We moved a lot. So we talking 5 elementary schools.
Oh, really?
5 elementary schools.
Was there a reason why there was so much moving? Was there turmoil or just sometimes just the way life is?
Sometimes it's just what it is. Single parent household, bro.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
You got to make the moves.
Yeah, bro. Your mama go do whatever she can do, bro. So we rent a lease up. We're in a new apartment complex. You know what I'm saying? So that's it. But 5 elementary schools, bro. 4 middle schools. You know what I'm saying? So we pretty much left Sunnyside, went Mo City, Ridgemont, Westbury Village, right there on West Fuquay, all the way to the SWAT, right? And 4 middle schools. So we talking about A-Leaf Middle School, Crystal McCullough Middle School, Kilo Middle School, Mo City Middle School. Pretty much those middle school years, Mo City to the SWAT, back and forward.
Okay.
Then we go to the Ridge and graduated from the Ridge with, you know what I'm saying, 2001, TJ, Daniel, all them basketball years. So I know you know what that is.
Yeah, absolutely. Did any of that affect who you are today? All that moving around, does it make you a better person? Does it make you the way you look at things? Because with all that moving around, you know, even in your life now, it seems that you can move around pretty easily. Right. A lot of people can't do that. Even in talking to you before we even got on camera, I can tell that you'll make a decision and you just move with it. And I'm like, now after I'm listening to you, I'm like, oh, you can tell that this is because of the way this is a part of who he is and how he grew up. So making changes, you know, after you could be moving 100 miles an hour, and if you got to put on the brakes and turn, you can do it.
Yeah, I did naturally, bro. Like always, never being stuck in one place, right, bro? And then I think with my personality, bro, always been a new kid. You know what I'm saying? Every new school, everybody want to talk to the new kid when a new kid there. So that got me out of my comfort zone a lot more and just got me caught into me because I didn't grow up with a group of friends that I stayed with through all the high school. I always made new friends. Middle school, elementary, always made new friends. And it made me very sociable. So even now I see cats like, oh man, we went to elementary together. Oh, we went to this middle school together. Oh, right? Because we moved around so much. But I think that versatility of growing up, bro, it just made me adapt easy to, you know what I'm saying, change.
Absolutely. So you going through this whole phase. I know you went into the Navy.
Right.
When do you make this decision to say, I'm just leaving the city? Because there's a lot of things you can do when you move around a lot, when you see a lot of things that you see when you're in the hood. There's a lot of decisions that you can make.
Right.
Why was your decision Navy? Was somebody in your family? Did somebody inspire you? What was that?
So the military came, bro, historically in my family, bro, normal black struggle, right?
Yes.
So every male, all my uncles, bro, both sides of my family either in prison, bro, or on drugs, right? So growing up, I didn't really have a lot of role models in my face. I had almost like reverse role models, you feel me? So I grew up, go through the ridge, smart, bro, you know what I'm saying? Very articulate, nice student, went on a few tours with U of H, other colleges, like top 10%, but nobody that I knew of in the family went to college. So when it came to fill FAFSA, paperwork, all that other stuff, bro, it was not even normal to me. I didn't know, we didn't do it. Found myself graduating high school, I don't know what I'm gonna do in my life, right? Like 2001, like, bro, what's next in life? And I actually went to go pick up one of my best friends at that time in like the middle of July. I still don't know what I'm gonna do in my life. I'm thinking about it every day, like, bro, I gotta figure something out. And he joined the military. And I laughed at him on a Friday. Went to pick him up. We going to, man, what he's going on? Like Coco Loco or something back in the Gap.
Wow.
Right? You remember them days, right?
Said, Coco
Loco. So we might have been going like the Coco Loco or Connections or something. I don't know, whatever it was on a Friday. Excuse me. So when I go to pick him up, him and his girl, like he showed me the car, like, man, me and my girlfriend, we joined the Navy. I'm like, bro, y'all jokes. Why would you do that? Like, I'm laughing at him. Like, that's the craziest stuff ever. Well, the next day, that was Friday, Saturday, one of my people came home from jail. They basically wrecked my car. They totaled my car with me in it. So that Sunday, I'm riding to church with T. Jones because I'm in her car. And she being a black mama, you need to do something with your life. You need to do something. In the midst of that rant, she was like, you need to join the military. Bro, I'm thinking like,
just out the blue.
Out the blue, right? She just being a black mama. So it's like, he said this Friday, this happened Sunday. I'm like, bro, maybe God want me to go to the military. Right. So Monday, I go to the recruiting station. Walk in there, sign the paperwork. What? Yeah, Monday, bro. Tuesday, I'm signed up. Tuesday, I am a United States sailor. And they was like, hey, man, we can get you off the boot camp Friday. I say, bro, give me 2 weeks to party because I just made this decision yesterday. So it was twofold. It was that, and the military for me was like, all right,
That's
bro.
That's a quick decision. See, this goes back to how we started. You make these quick decisions and you can stick with it.
Absolutely.
So
one of the best decisions in my life, bro. Yeah. And that was one fold of it. And the second fold was understanding the trajectory of my life. Like, bro, in my family, I'm no exception to the rules, bro. We go to prison. You hang out here long enough, right? That's what I felt, right? Yeah, so it's like, bro, if I sign up for the Navy, this is me signing myself up for jail. That's really how I looked at it. Like, all right, bro, instead of me going, because I'm going to go anywhere if I hang out on the streets eventually, like this is what is going to happen. It's like, bro, I'm going to lock myself up for 4 years. And that was my mindset. Bro, one of the best decisions I made in my life, bro.
To get you away, get you out of this, away from all of this. What did the military teach you? Because, I got a military. My whole family's military. If it wasn't for music, I'd have been military.
That's what's up, man. It taught me a lot, bro. It taught me, number one, I'm stronger than I think I am, right? It taught you honor, courage, and commitment, bro. Integrity, doing the right things, bro, and just don't nut up. Like that trained me for entrepreneurship. Like in the military, bro, they make so many different scenarios and training scenarios to where it's meant for you to crack. If you don't crack, you make it through. And that's what I learned in the Navy, bro. Like you can figure anything out, bro, as long as you keep your head on point.
Were you on a ship?
Yeah, I was on 3 ships.
Really?
Yeah, 3 ships.
Had you ever been on a ship prior to?
I'd never been on an airplane. Just ship.
This is wild.
I had never been on an airplane until I flew to boot camp, bro. I'd never been on an airplane before.
There was no, I'll be honest, I'm one of those overthinkers. I'd have been like, man, I'm going to be at sea. So you're not overthinking.
I had no expectations because I didn't really think about it. You feel me? Nobody tricked me into going. I didn't watch anything. Actually, the night before I left boot camp, crazy. I ended up watching Pearl Harbor. Terrible idea, bro, when you flying out in the morning. Don't watch Pearl Harbor before you go to the Navy, right? And I was like, oh, this is what I'm signing up for. But I had no expectations, bro. I was just like, I'm just going to go through the process, bro, and whatever it brings, I'm just going to go with it. So I just rolled with it. I didn't overthink it because I didn't know what to expect.
Something about that is kind of enduring, man. I love it. And you enjoyed the whole, you was in what, 4 years?
I was in 4 years, bro. 2001 to 2005.
Would you go to schools and would you tell other people to join?
Absolutely.
Really?
Absolutely, bro. If you ain't going to school, you don't know what you're going to do with your life, bro, spend that 4 years. Go learn about yourself. Go learn how to become a man, learn how to become responsible. You might like it. And you might stay. If I would have passed the test, I probably still would have been in. I just didn't pass this test. You know what I'm saying? And I didn't get the pay I wanted, so I was out there joint. But they'd have been paying me $56,000 at 22, bro. I would have signed my life away again. You know what I'm saying? Wow. And you sign your life away for another $40,000, $50,000 when you write your name on the line. Yeah, bro. I think anybody, if you don't know what you're doing, go to the military, man. Go learn about yourself. You really
did you travel prior to that, or you just we've just moved around from hood to hood, H-Town.
Hood to hood and H.
Never traveled, never planes, no
planes,
boats.
Family in Dallas, you know, we take a road trip up to Dallas, bro. Outside of that,
that's it.
Nothing.
So you get the chance. How much of the world did you get a chance to see in the Navy?
Bro. A lot, bro. I've been on 3 different ships, 3 different packs, right? So all over Southern Hemisphere, bro. Thailand, Singapore, Japan, Pago, 4 ports in Australia, 4 ports in Mexico, bro. I've been all over, Ecuador, everything.
Does this set you up for your understanding of what you'll need to do for She's Happy Here?
I think it sets me up for entrepreneurship, absolutely. You know what I'm saying?
Why is that?
Not knowing what you go get. In entrepreneurship, you don't know what you don't know, bro. You don't know what the next phone call gonna be. You don't know what's gonna happen in the store. You kind of just gotta ride the wave and keep your head straight and stay principled throughout that whole process, right? And nothing's guaranteed. Failure is not guaranteed. Success not guaranteed. You just ride the wave and try to stick with it, bro.
Man, I don't detect any fear in you whatsoever. I don't hear it.
Nah.
And it sounds, again, I always tell people things that happen to us in our childhood is what sets us up to be the adults that we become.
Right.
And it's like although it seems like it might not be the best situation going school to school and place to place, it seems like that those things in your childhood have set you up to be able to make the moves and transitions that you make as an adult later on.
Absolutely.
And maybe that's me just trying to connect everything. I just have
it.
a brain like that, but it just seems like the decisions that you're able to make. And that's where I'm gonna go to next. The decision after you get out the military, you come back home, there's another decision to be made. So I understand that you were a fireman.
Right. Yeah.
So I read up on that and I saw that, I'm like, wow, this dude is done it.
Yeah.
So how, and I'm sure it's gonna be almost the same thing with your decision-making process. You get out the military, and how does being a fireman, how does this come about?
Well, when I get out, I go to Africa. I work for Halliburton. That's KBR time, right? So I get out, we go to Africa for about a few months, 6 months. I leave there, I come back, I work for Harris County Juvenile Probation for like 4 years. That's where I work at. I work at Harris County Juvenile Probation at the kid jail, bro.
Wow.
And I spend a lot of time in there with them kids, learning about them, bro, and just talking to them. Like, I've been a motivating cat, always been an inspiring, encouraging cat. So talking to them cats, and it was like, all right, bro, what's next? And then when the Houston Fire Department came up, I was either going to be a lawman or a firefighter. Lawman because you make a lot of money, bro. Not because I want to be a lawman, but I know you don't really need a degree. You go make 6 figures with your side job. But the fire department came up and they're like, bro, I'd much rather be a firefighter than a lawman. No disrespect to the lawman. But I was like, I'd much rather be a firefighter, bro. Like, that's just, it matches my personality. And when I got there, bro, I don't even know how I first heard about it. Somebody might have told me about it, bro, but it just matched me. And it's just paramilitary, right? I don't fit well in corporate America. I don't take direction well from people who ain't really doing it. I respect people who doing it. So going there, watching people, and again, respect. You learn a lot, the same parallels in the military, bro. Even if you know how to do something, if somebody's superior to you, say, hey, let me show you how to do this, you don't say, man, I know how to do that. You shut up and you watch and you act like you learning, and you go always learn something new. Same thing in the fire department, bro. That and just being a servant of the community, right? In the military, you're a servant to your country. In the fire department, you're a servant to the community, bro. Yeah. So it was there we was able to start the entrepreneurship, but that firefighting, bro, I love it. I still tap in with all my partners from the station.
Well, listen, here's the thing. Obviously, you don't continue your life as a fireman.
Right. No,
something happened. So what's the transition from I'm a fireman, I love doing this, and all of a sudden, it's these 2 guys who have decided to get into the hair business, which usually let me speak for me.
Right.
As soon as I always thought She's Happy Here. When I first heard it, I thought it was women.
Right.
Even with the name, I'm like, wow, this has to be women.
Right.
And then when I found out, it's 2 brothers, I'm like, really? I'm like, who put them on this game? Because there's generally, let me see how I tactfully say this. There's been other people who don't look like us.
Absolutely.
That have taken advantage of, and that's not the right phrase, taking advantage, that have been in the hair business. I'm really tapping.
Right.
Because I don't want to say the wrong
way. I got you.
But it was to me, it was unique to hear about these 2 brothers. In my life, I had never heard about brothers, men of color, who were in this particular business. You know, we go to these stores on the corner, they belong to people that don't look like us.
Right.
But a lot of people that look like me and you, they go to those places on the corner, those young ladies to get their hair, or if brothers to get clippers, or whatever the situation is. And you guys kind of like changed the game on it.
Right.
What happened and what gave both of you the audacity to think, and it is audacity, to think that you could go in and penetrate that market that generally, in certain areas of the country, I think, people that look like me and you seem to do well in it.
Right.
But, if you say Houston, Texas, I would not immediately think it's an urban look or some brothers like y'all doing this.
Right. Man, while I was firefighting, bro, my extra job was firefighting. Firefighters only work 2 days a week. You feel me? Only work 2 24-hour shifts. You got your 48 hours done. Other 5 days a week is your time to do whatever you want. My extra job, I would still go to fire stations and work for other firefighters. That's how I made my extra money.
Wow.
Well, while I was at the fire station one day, Marcus hit me. Now, Marcus is a veteran as well. So he hit me one day, and we had a few hustles, bro.
And stop, did y'all meet each other in the Navy?
We met at the Ridge.
Okay,
he came to the Ridge,
okay. So
but then we didn't really get familiar with each other until the military.
Okay,
we ended up staying in the same apartment complex in San Diego.
Okay.
So that's how we got familiar.
Okay.
Anytime somebody from your city,
y'all connect.
You connect. It's H-Town, right?
Yeah.
So we had that, and we knew of each other, bro. It was cool. So he hit me one day. I was at the station, and he was just like, "Hey, bro, I got an idea, bro. Let's sell some hair." Exactly, right? I'm like, bro, what's wrong with you?
Excuse my laugh.
Yeah, no, bro. I was lost. I was fabulous, right? I was like, bro, why would you call me about some hair, Mark? Like, bro, I don't know nothing about no hair. You don't know nothing about no hair. He was just like, man, I know some cats that made $4,000 in a weekend selling hair. This August 2012. I'm like, what? He was like, yeah, man, 4th of July weekend. Some cats I know made $4,000 in a weekend selling hair. So I'm sitting at the station working 24 hours for $200, dog. That's what I'm working, $200 a day. $200 to $300 a day was my side job. So I'm like, bro, hold on. I can't afford to tell him no. They made 4 racks in a weekend. Like, I'm really firefighting, bro. The buzzer go off. I got to go run into a house. So I'm like, yeah, bro, let me see what's up, right? Like, let me just see what's up with this, bro. I'm like, all right, let me make some sense of it. I can't tell boys no with 4 racks. I can't lose this opportunity. So from that day forward, and I've always wanted to be an entrepreneur. Like, I used to write business plans together, but I was broke. Nobody respects the broke partner with the ideas, bro. You ain't got no money. Get your money up, right? Facts. It's how it works. You feel me? So I've always had this itch of wanting to be an entrepreneur. So when he hit me with that, I got off the phone and I was like, you know what, bro? We gonna see if this works. And then from that,
you don't know nothing about hair. Have never thought about hair. Don't know anyone in the hair business. And again, you have something in you says that this is something that I think that I'm gonna be able to do.
Absolutely. It's just like understanding the dynamics, right? Now, I don't know nothing about the products, but I know a whole lot about the customers. You know what I'm saying? Facts. You know, I was raised by Black women. You feel me? First, right? You know what I'm saying? Told y'all the men in my family was locked up. I really was raised by Black women. So that's my comfort zone, right? Yeah. And then I'm single at the time, bro. I'm married now, but I wasn't married then. You feel me? So I know Black women. You feel me? I know these women. If this gonna be my customer, bro, ain't too many people on earth I honestly felt that can relate and talk to Black women better than me, right? Yes, so all I gotta do is learn about the product at that time. Is all I'm figuring, right? And I'm very inspired also by Baby Boy. I ain't got cable at the time. Baby Boy, man, Tyrese was hustling the dresses, right? Yeah. I'm watching that every time. I ain't with Netflix and chill. It was Baby Boy and chill at that time in my life. You feel me? So I'm watching that. I'm like, okay, if I can take that inspiration, I just got to figure out about the product. So all I knew was like, all right, bro, I got to learn about the hair. I'm like, okay, when I go to a barbershop and I get my hair cut, if a woman walk in a beauty salon, bro, she can ask us 50 million questions. We just happy a woman is in our space. We're gonna welcome her, we're gonna talk to her. I was like, bro, I wonder if this works like that with the beauty salons. So that's what I would do on my 5 days off. Instead of going to work out, instead of going to drink with my partner, instead of working at other fire stations, from that day on, I would walk in the beauty salons, Hatter. And I walk in there and just like, hey, how y'all doing? My name Warren. Man, my sister sent me in here for this hair. And let me know, tell me a little bit about it. And I would just ask questions for hours, bro. I was like, how much is it? What's that called? Oh, what wave is that? Oh, so if they get that, what would they do with that? How long is this supposed to last? And when I seen I was wearing out my welcome, I just walk off. Like I see I'm kind of irritating after a while. I'm like, all right, well, I'm just gonna let my sister come in here. Thank you so much for your time. And I would go to another salon. And that's what I would do every day, bro. I would just go to different salons. And even my partners would call me because they knew my schedule. They knew I was off all the time. Hey, bro, let's go hit happy hour. But in my mind, I work for myself. So I was like, Nah, bro, I'm working for myself today. And boys would be laughing at me, like, bro, you tripping. Work for yourself, bro. You at the fire department. What you talking about? That's cool, bro. I always tell people that part of my story is like, bro, when you got a vision, everybody ain't gonna get your vision.
Right.
You feel me? Everybody not gonna get it. So that's how we went. 3 weeks of that, me and Marcus matched back up at one of my partners' house, and we was ready to invest. Like, we're like, I got enough base knowledge. Like, I feel comfortable. We put $800 to $900 in collectively. Like, I think I had $400 to $450. He had $400 to $450. And we put it off, bought some garbage off the internet, to be completely honest. You feel me? To be completely honest. Bought some trash off the internet. And we started selling it, bro, working with what we got. We ain't had no capital. I ain't had
So where did you sell? Did y'all go back to those beauty salons and sell them the hair?
Yeah.
Really? And they bought it from y'all?
I went to something. A lot of them didn't. To be completely honest, they did. Went back to them salons. I had a duffel bag. He had a suitcase. I had a Nike duffel bag. I walked in the salon, same intro. They would laugh me out of them spots, bro. I ain't gonna lie to you. Laugh me out of them. But I wouldn't get in my feelings. I ask questions like, all right, if I ain't got what you want, tell me what you got. In addition to that, like, Craigslist was popping. That's when Craigslist was Craigslist, right? So we would wake up in the morning. I put 30 posts on Craigslist. Beautiful hair, luxurious hair, cheap hair, all of these. Well, that's where we would get most of our customers from, is Craigslist. Because they would call, seeing the ads, and we would just drive around Houston and meet them. You know what I'm saying? In parking lots and gas stations, all of that. In my little raggedy, Lincoln LS with no AC that is guaranteed to break down at the end of every sale. At the end of every sale, bro. If I'm living on, I think that time I'm living in Stafford. If I got to drive to Stafford to the north side to sell 2 bundles, my car gonna run high. It's gonna run high. And I'm gonna leave. My customers used to ask when my car smoking, like, hey, you gonna be all right? You gonna be good? I'd be like, yes, ma'am, I'm gonna be all right, bro. And I would laugh and like sit there, take 75, take like $1 of my stuff, buy some ice, put it on my engine, and sit there and count my money, bro. And never was discouraged and be like, bro, I'm gonna tell this story one day. Facts, bro.
Wow.
Facts.
Why do you think you did not get discouraged? There's so many people that would have stopped.
Right.
I'm trying to understand your tenacity, because it sounds, for the average person, they don't have that.
Right.
Like, if everybody had that, they'd all have a She's Happy hair.
Absolutely.
A lot of us, me included, we just don't have that, especially to be told no.
Right.
It's hard to be told no. The no never discouraged you.
Absolutely not.
Why did that not hurt you?
Bro, one, I'm just an optimistic cat. That's just me. Bro, growing up, I'm going to be the cat that's going to pump up the partners. We going to hoop, bro, we going to kill these boys out here, right? We going to the club, we getting all the numbers tonight, right? So that was first. And being single as a black man, especially in Houston, bro, you going to shoot your shot. You go shoot your shot. And you ain't gonna be all yeses. You feel me? Ain't pretty Tony around this joint. So you gonna get a lot of no's. It's a part of it's a numbers game. So you just gotta figure out how many no's you gotta get to the yeses. And it's always was like, bro, what if this work? People, man, what you doing? It's like, bro, what if it work? Like, man, you tripping, spending your time. Cool, if I'm spending my time, it don't work out, bro. I'm making decent living at the fire department. We'll do the 30 years there. I'm like, but bro, what if it worked though? So I've always wanted to be in a situation where I control my destiny, bro. That's what appealed to me about entrepreneurship. It's like, I want to be in a spot where I can control my moves. So if all I gotta do is go around out here and get no's and get people laughing at me, bro, I don't care about that. I'm gonna keep going. Once I get a sale, I'm back out. Them no's don't even matter no more. You feel me? But kill them again. So it's like that encouragement, bro. It just was always in me. It still is. It still is.
There was never no team of people that pat you on your back and say, go, Warren, go, Warren, go. It sounded like you don't really need it, but I wanted to ask if there was someone.
I try to do that for other people. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I really do still now when I'm on my speaking engagements and stuff. But now, bro, it wasn't. It was probably a team, people talking behind my back and laughing in my face. Like, bro, fam, everybody laugh, bro, because they don't understand it. And it sounds crazy.
It does.
It sounds crazy, bro. At that time I used to wear cargo pants everywhere because I kept my bundles in my cargo pants, in my pockets, you feel me? So I still remember at one of my little cousin's birthday parties at Funplex. And we family, bro. We love each other, this family. And I was like, oh man, I said, hell nah. Man, you'd have thought I told the funniest Kevin Hart joke. Like everybody was on the floor laughing at me. It didn't discourage me. I was just like, all right, y'all gonna see. You feel me? And they seen after a while. And it's like any win I got, bro, it just erased the doubt. It erased the failure. Any sale I got.
How long did it take you to know that this was gonna work? Because there comes a time when you say, the fire department thing is done.
That was our first call was August. Probably got to have early September. Around November-ish.
This is 2012.
2012. November-ish, bro. It was kind of getting chaotic. Like,
really?
It was a lot to deal with to manage my schedule because women was calling all day long. And the trash hair, everybody I sold trash hair to, I went back and made it right. I always wanted to do long term every time, bro. Pulled back up on them, apologized, gave them their money back, or gave them a better product, talked to them.
Really?
I never wanted to hustle.
Oh, wow.
I always wanted to do long term business,
nice,
bro.
Nice.
So by doing that good business, and at that time, it was a different game. Everybody in the hair game was like, give me your money. Because I got the connect. Give me $150. I'm going to buy your bundles. I'm going to give them to you in a week. Well, I put up my money up front. I always had the product on hand when you called. Me and Mark, we always had it on hand. So probably November, like my phone was ringing all day long, bro. I'm at the station. Hey, I can't meet you today. 1 o'clock in the morning, women calling. So I told him then, like, hey, we got to get an office. Like, we got to get a location because my car ain't going to make it. To be completely honest, bro. You know what I'm saying? My car ain't going to make it. We got to get a spot that bring them to us. So that's when I kind of knew like we had something. And we got a 400 square foot building right there behind Chacho's and 610. Them buildings, Black Mecca, 5th floor. The first location, bro, was probably about the same size as my office, no lie. Probably about the exact same size as the first location.
You just had hair in there.
We just had hair in there while we was open. At nighttime, it went home with me. But while we was open, we just had like 2 counters, painted the walls, painted the wall behind me, put a logo of vinyl on the back, and bro, welcome to She's Happy Hair around the joint. Just that easy, bro.
No, it's not just that easy. This actually sounds crazy to me. It doesn't sound like the model is going to work. It sounds like the tenacity and the 2 people involved at this point, though, hell or high water, plan on making this work. Like they have no other options. They're working like they have no other options. Although they do. Like you could have been just happy. You went in the military. I don't know if you get a little bread from that still, but you could have just went in the military, then went to the fire department, did that, like you said, for 30 years and been happy. You were not, your soul wasn't at peace.
Not at all.
And you knew that there was more that Mr. Warren could do.
Absolutely.
That's incredible to me, man. The story still sounds unbelievable. You just, I painted the wall, put some hair up there. At the end of the night, we took the hair home. You say it so nonchalantly, but this is how you become the person, both of y'all, how y'all become the people and the businessmen that you become, man. I respect this so much. So as we tell this story, and I just want people to listen to your story, and as you talk, I hope they close their eyes and just listen, so with your words, you kind of like paint pictures, man. I wish that there was somebody that could draw the cartoon and some of the stuff you say.
See the steps.
Because I visualize it. But how do you now go from the 400 square foot or whatever? I probably gave you the wrong
400 square foot. No, you're right.
Where do we go from there? And then when do you know for sure, like, oh, this is going to work?
Bro, we popping in. I'm more happier than, bro, working at the fire department. I'm making probably a couple months later, making $300 extra from She's Happy Hair. Bro, I thought I was rich. I ain't lying to you. Extra little 12 done. I'm living my dream. Because I'm all about freedom. I control this, right? So I'm like, I done built something where I'm making $1,200 a month. I got my little firefighter check. I'm Gucci. When does it blow? 400 square feet, bro, we jump on the radio. Because I understand my customer, Black women, and I understand Black culture, right? Because I live in it. I am the culture, bro. So it's like, one thing I know about Black culture is, bro, we ain't gonna support Black business like that. We want us to, but we just not going to naturally. We don't have an inclination of like, let me go put this dollar in a Black person's hand. But we do want shit that's bigger than us, stuff that's bigger than us, I'm sorry. Things that are bigger than us, we want to support it, right? We want to support Versace. We want to be a part of the things that we aspire to be a part of, things that validate us. So it was from that point that I was like, look, bro, we got to put this on the radio so it seems bigger than life. So when we spending $400 a month in rent, and no, I'm not getting paid, Marcus isn't getting paid, we started spending $1,800 a month, 97.9, right? We running the commercials. So that's when it's starting to pick up. You know, these women starting to come in this joint. We take it to the next level when my guy, DC, who's a local rapper here, who was a good friend of mine, he was like, he seen the growth. Like he been watching, he's a little homie. So he been watching the whole time, watching the hustle, watching the grind, talking to me. So he was like, bro, let me make a jingle for your company. Bro, I'm moving around, I'm doing a lot of stuff. He hit me one day, bro, just send me a flyer, right? This is that first one. Let me just make a jingle, bro, send me the info. I forget. Bro, send me a flyer. I forget. Bro, I went to the store and picked up a flyer. This hit me. I'm like, all right, bet. I have a party at my house, my little condo, Super Bowl party. He got the CD. Hey, bro, I did the song. I'm like, what's up, right? I'm like, all right, bet. Put it in my little cargo pocket. We go through the party. He hit me the next day after the party at the Super Bowl. He was like, bro, you heard the jingle yet? I say, bro, I haven't heard it. I say, I'm on the way to the movies by myself. I say, I'm going to listen to it on the way to the movies, bro, and I'm going to let you know what I think. He's all right, bet. Pop it in. I might not even got to the freeway yet. I had listened to it like 3 times in a row. I called him back. I say, bro, this is going to be the biggest shit since sliced bread. I was like, bro, I'm going to blow it up. I was like, I'm telling you, you got it. Like, I was like, bro, I'm going to blow. I was like, I'm going to stuff it down their throat. And he was like, you see, he thought I was juicing it. I'm like, bro, I'm telling you, I'm going to throw this down their throat. And after that, bro, we started amping the radio budget. This before we getting paid, before anything get paid, we started throwing that jingle down. And I watched us ascend from the new hair company out of 5 or 6 that was already in the city to just being the number one. You feel me? And then at that point, it was like, I got to scale. If we can do this in this demographic, what if we take this business model where they don't exist at? So we went to Detroit because we knew that the demographics, 90% Black people, they don't even have this business model yet. Hooked up with a cat from the Navy and we took it down and we started winning in 3 weeks.
What?
Yeah. I flew out there. One of my guys flew out there, bro. I'm thinking he balling. Social media tricked me on Facebook. He's sitting on Bentleys. I'm thinking he got Bentleys. So I'm like, bro, you the man out there. You got bread to invest. I'm on the way. We go win. I fly out there. He picked me up in his baby mama car. No lie. Boys, I ain't got it. But I'm like, hey, bro, we here. We gonna make it shake. So in 2 weeks, I set up shop. I don't go home. I stayed with him first few days. After that, I'm like, hey, bro, I got to give me a room. I got to build a little bit more of my accommodations. Got me a room. We went to the hood every day, and we hired the whole hood, bro. Like, hey, bro, you know how to paint? Paint. You know how to do carpet? Pull this floor up. Hey, you know how to do carpentry? Put these stock shelves up. In 2 weeks, bro, we set up shop. 2 weeks.
Wow.
And then we pumping.
Now, did you go about it the same way, advertising and all that?
Yeah, we taking the whole thing. We brought the jingle out there, the whole line, bro. Immediately. We knew what was going to win, bro. And had it in stock, screen we had it in stock, completely started to win. You know what I'm saying?
How soon in? So all these steps are happening. Are you acknowledging that you got something that's a winning formula, though? Or are you just doing it because, I'm having fun?
No, I know I'm winning.
You know you win.
I know I'm winning, bro. I've always been broke, Harold. I've always been broke, bro. You know what I'm saying? When I'm sitting in there at that little 400 square feet counting out money at the end of the night, like I couldn't believe it. Like I used to be counting the bread like they really gave me the money. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh man. And then the next day, right? Like, oh, this is a business. You feel me? So just understanding that, bro, was like, I knew I had something.
Man, you making me love this because it's so organic.
Facts.
You know, your whole experience is so organic, and it's interesting even to you while you're going through it. Like, I'm doing it because I meant to do it.
Right.
But there's still something in you like, I don't believe this. This is working. Everything that we put in our heads is actually working. I'm seeing every move I make work. That has to be fulfilling as well.
It was.
It was.
And it came from a good place. You know what I'm saying? And we ain't just trying to make all the bread. We ain't trying to win. We already knew, bro, we was one of the cheapest people. We gonna give you the best customer service. We gonna put all our customer service. It started then, bro. I've been having these tattoos. So when you got a Black woman who dealing with a business on the 5th floor with no windows and they got $600 in their purse and they walk in and see me when they thought they was coming to whatever they thought in their head from the radio, bro, my customer service got to be on point. No, you're all right. Sir. Come on in, right? Yeah. We appreciate you. No, we really validate you. We value here. So knowing that it came from a good place and knowing that we putting it back in the hood. Year one, we was already doing backpack drives at the store, backpack giveaways at the store. You know what I'm saying? Not just taking all the bread and blowing it, but putting it back in the hood.
Absolutely.
It just felt good, bro.
Absolutely.
It did. It was unbelievable.
Now, here's the other interesting thing you did. Most people, they start a business, they stay doing what they do in one space for a long period of time. Certain entrepreneurs feel they have the gall. they have the believability in themselves to say, I'm gonna go to Detroit, I'm gonna go to Atlanta, or I'll go to Dallas. What made you believe that the model you created could work in these other places you started to go so quickly? Because we're still within a 2-year window,
right? And
you already basically having subsidiaries,
right?
What makes you so bold to believe that it could happen? Some people would just be happy with it's happening right here,
right?
That wasn't good enough for you.
No.
You wanted to see if it was going to be good in other areas.
Yeah.
How? Why?
Man, it was a lot of competition when we started in Houston, bro. It was a lot of different other companies, bro. You know what I'm saying? That I respected them. I never hated on boys. I was always encouraged and inspired, but I knew that they was real companies, bro. I accidentally walked into a few of them when I was hustling, like, oh shit, this is a real hair company. My bad, right? But to watch us ascend, when I started knowing, like, okay, they saying your company name before they saying they company name. And these are companies I respected. Mm-hmm. You feel me? It's like, oh, damn, we up there with them now? Like, okay, and I'm also knowing our product is A1 and our customer service is top tier. Like, you're not going to treat customers better than we treat customers, especially at that time. I still feel like that right now in this industry, right? So when I knew we had all of those base models, it was like, all right, bro, let me take it somewhere else. Like let's take it somewhere with no competition. If I can beat out these trusted, respected brands in Houston, if I can take this where there's no competition, people go crazy. And I'm the only people they got to deal with. Nobody was on the radio promoting the hair business. That's why it sounded so crazy. So it's like, all right, let's take that chaos and move it to Detroit. Let's take that chaos and move it to Dallas. Let's take that chaos and move it to Alabama at the time. You know what I'm saying? Just understanding if they had the demographics there and I had the people that would follow my lead and listen and not steal, we would be okay. They had the demographics there. I didn't have the people to follow my lead and not steal. You know what I'm saying? So we had to part ways with a lot of people because the money came too fast for them.
How did you know, how were you smart enough to look into demographics? Some people, they have to go to school and learn all this and all these books to know, like, I'm gonna get a similar demographic in this area, or the demo is similar to what I'm doing over here. I bet that I'll be able to duplicate what I'm doing here at H-Town.
Right.
What gave you the knowledge to know that? Because I know it seems like everybody, it would have been easy for anybody to do it, but anybody, if it was that easy, everybody would do it, and everybody didn't.
Right.
You did it. What made you think about that? Like, oh, I can just duplicate this in this place because, did you do some research? Did somebody say something in your ear?
No,
or you just woke up one morning, oh man, some competition here. Guess we need to go to Detroit. They got black people just like
straight up. It really, bro, the cat I really started with, bro, I didn't even know nothing about Detroit. We was roommates in the Navy, and I thought Detroit was all white people. I don't know, bro. He was like, bro, we really black. Like, bro, it's all black folks in Detroit. So all I knew was like, man, he always said a lot of black people in Detroit. I'm going where the black people at. Black people, there are black women there. It wasn't rocket science back then, bro. It was more faith and like, we go see what it do. But I just
no market
knew,
research, didn't talk to no company. You just...
Not at that time. Now we're there now. But then, bro, just like I knew it was a lot of black people and I knew we didn't have any competition now. And I knew every black woman wore hair. This was when basketball wives first popped on the scene. So every woman wanted to be the basketball wife with the, you know what I'm saying, the body wave, the loose wave wig. And for the first 5-6 years,
that's funny. You know all the names.
Yeah,
you learned all
that. But nobody knew who I was for the first 5-6 years of the company. Nobody knew who Marcus was. We only pushed the brand.
Yeah, this is true.
We only pushed the brand. Like,
this is purpose. I was going to ask you that too.
Yeah, it was on purpose.
Because almost where we started this whole thing, I'd never really seen you out a lot.
Right.
Like if it's something big, maybe just doing your thing. So like I said, when I met you, I'm like, oh wow, I'm meeting the other half of She's Happy Here. I was excited too because I'd never seen you before. Is all this on purpose for you guys?
At that time, yeah, bro. At that time, it was just like nobody can promote the brand better than the women, right? And me showing my face on Instagram ain't gonna help the company. Promoting
when you start making
customers.
money has a tendency to make you want people to see, like all the people who doubted you,
right.
All the family members that doubted you. Money has a tendency to make us want to say, oh yeah, I gotta show them. I gotta put my name in the commercial. I gotta let them know I'm the one doing this. I gotta come on the scene. I gotta go back to Coco Loco or whatever the hot spot is to let them know this is how I'm doing this.
It wasn't that, bro. I was getting the bread. You feel me? Like, I ain't never been a cat to do nothing for nobody else, bro. I was getting the bread. You feel me? So I had no need to really want to be in front. And it really allowed me to focus at that time. That was my main thing. Now, I did know eventually I wanted to jump on this motivational speaking and entrepreneurship. But my thing is like, bro, I don't respect nobody who talking about it who ain't did it. So my whole thing was like, for the first years, bro, I got to do it first. So when I do jump out, I can say, all right, you don't know me? I bet you know if I say this brand, it's like, oh, that's you, right? That's what I appreciated about it. And I like being low key. I don't want to go everywhere and everybody know me.
I appreciate you doing this, by the way, because I know, like I said, I've never seen you live. I've seen Marcus in a couple of places. I had never really seen you, man. So to me, it's an honor. I want to talk to Marcus too, but it's really an honor just to get you on here to hear the way you come up and make it seem so simple, like anybody can do it. And I know you would say, yes, anybody can do it.
They can.
But there's a certain determination.
Absolutely.
That they have to have. There's something that has to be in you. Like you were dying to be an entrepreneur.
Absolutely.
And I think especially now with social media, they see so many people like, oh, you got to be an entrepreneur. And it sounds like something cool to say. For a long time, even since probably you were a youngster, you wanted to be this.
Right.
It's just these other things popped up in your life that actually led you to doing or being where you are now. What do you say to somebody that wants to aspire to do what you do? And the reason why I ask that, because I hear so many people say so many inspiring things, but it doesn't seem to move the people along.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It doesn't seem attainable, like I can touch it. You'll say something like, man, you just got to keep on working. How long? Man, you just got to stay focused. How focused? You just got to have faith. How much faith?
Right.
You just got to believe in the Lord. How much belief do I have to have?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because they see you, like they'll look at this and, well, Warren made it look easy.
It ain't easy, bro. That's the first thing I'm gonna tell them, bro.
But you telling me it sounded so orchestrated.
Yeah, well, those are the highlights, right? I can tell you about when I painted the store before the first day, when I painted it that night, and I painted to 3 o'clock in the morning, and I actually did leave the hair in there. And when I came back at 6 o'clock in the morning to get ready, this is December 15th, 2012. That was our first day of the store, December 15th. December 14th, I painted it until 3 in the morning, bro. Me and my partner just seen. We painted to 3, 4 in the morning. He left by 2, I left by 4. I said, all right, I'm gonna come back at 6. I'm gonna come straighten everything up. That's why I didn't leave that's why I left the hair. Posted on social media, hey, She's Happy Hair grand opening tomorrow. But they robbed me that night.
Oh, wow.
When I came back, glasses was broke, hair was gone, inventory. They won. They won, bro. They won. I can tell you about every cat from every city I told you I opened up on something and they stole. And I had to get rid of them. And we ain't got no hair, but he driving. Told you, boys picked me up in their baby mama car. When I went to go let him go and release him from the company, he had a Corvette, he had a Durango SRT, and we had no hair in the stores, right?
Wow.
So all of that, bro, I can tell any aspiring entrepreneur is gonna be everything but easy, bro. It's not easy, bro. I'm lucky I just got this energy, bro. I want it. Like I want the smoke. I embrace failure. You feel me? I want it. You know what I'm saying? And that's why I armor myself up as much as possible.
J Mac would love this because he loves to read. He see these books, he gonna get mad at you.
Man, I got a whole bunch of good recommendations, but I understand, bro, it's gonna be everything but easy, bro. Like my biggest consistency in entrepreneurship has been failure. I fail every day, bro.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? It's not easy. Two, like just things to live by when I tell any aspiring entrepreneur. Number one, bro, I say be fearless because a lot of people, we'll talk ourselves into a great idea and then we'll talk ourselves out of it, right? Because we'll sit there and make it and then we'll end up being paralysis by analysis.
That's me.
Right?
I'm analyzing all day long.
You will, but instead of being fearless, and I always say be fearless, but I heard something this morning, I was listening to a podcast. Fear is there, bro. You always it's going to be some risk of fear. Mm-hmm. Be courageous, bro. Even with that fear, go anyway, bro. What's going to happen, go happen. You know what I'm saying? We go talk ourselves out of our mind. Many times I've talked myself out of stuff and I jumped out there anyway and it didn't happen. I'm like, bro, I would have just sat there if I didn't move, right? So be courageous and just be relentless, bro. Like entrepreneurship ain't no guarantee to pop in no certain amount of time. Mm-hmm. You just gotta be committed to the process, be committed to growing, and be committed to being better every day and serving your people. Like if you jumping in this thing for the wrong reason, it ain't gonna last, bro. Jumping in just to make money, bro, the money go come and this shit go end up being real work and you gonna be tired of working. You gotta love it. You know what I'm saying? You gotta love it and you just gotta be committed to the process, bro, and embrace failure.
Before we started, we were talking about some other things, and you kind of mentioned it here, like, you know, there's people that you had to deal with that you can't deal with now because maybe some people took some money or they did this. How hard is it for people who are friends, family, maybe even employees, that you got to turn to and say, you're not good for this company anymore because you look like the bad guy, because you're supposed to understand if they took a little extra on the side or if somebody's working for you. You know, you end up being the bad guy when you have to fire somebody. How hard is that for you? I'm wondering how, and what turmoil in your heart do you have to go through sometimes when it's somebody close to you, a friend?
None. None, bro. Straight up. None. It ain't hard for me at all, bro, because I ain't start this for them.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes,
like,
sir.
I ain't start this for them. We don't serve them, bro. Like, you stealing from the company. If you ain't a good fit, bro, go live your life. Like I told you earlier, bro, we gonna release them to their destiny. Facts. I'm Warren Broadnax is gonna release you to your destiny because you ain't gonna service us here. Like, bro, we make this money for our families, for our kids, for our community. She's Happy Hour been around 10 years, bro. Congrats. We got 9 years of give backs. 6, 7 annual give backs per year. That's based off of, I just started a 501(c). Everything comes out the proceeds from She's Happy Hair. So a lot of people depend on us to win. So if you ain't here to help us win, bro, go be great somewhere else. I don't feel no type of way. I feel better when you leave. Every time I feel better when you leave.
It could sound so cold what you saying.
It can, bro. But to be successful, you got to be selfish, bro. Like, I went to the seminar one time, and one of my favorite quotes I learned from the seminar is like, bro, unwilling people will jeopardize the mission. And if you unwilling, like, bro, it's not saying we're not going to work with you. We're going to train you up. I'm going to over-communicate to you. But when you show me that you're unwilling to do what I'm asking you, you're going to get up out of here. Because unwilling people will jeopardize the mission. You'll be holding them on, bro. They'll be bringing your company down. You'll be working hard as you can on the front end, and they'll be dragging you down on the back end. Anytime I find out you dragging us down, bro, I'm going to release you. I'm going to leave you where you at, bro. Nipsey, one of my favorite quotes, bro. Circle got smaller, everybody can't go. And man, when you do that,
I love everything that you say, man.
Bro, because when you do that, what you find out, bro, when you get rid of that person, right? Because I used to be in my feelings, but I don't know more. What you realize is, like, bro, when we created this to give opportunities. They taking away somebody else's opportunity. When you get them out of there and you get that person in that's a right fit who's been waiting on a black-owned company to invest in them and get them everything you want, get them opportunities, you like, all right, that's what I'm doing. But you know what happens
when you do that is going to be those group of people, oh, man, Warren this and Warren that, and, you know, he think he this and he think he that, and blah, 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 blah. That ain't going to...
It always, they say, been saying it. They've been saying it, man. I'm solid. I'm solid. Like, man, I don't do nothing bad, bro. I really believe in them the Navy values, honor, courage, and commitment, bro. You know what I'm saying? And our company values here, She's Happy Hair, you part, unwavering integrity, professional development, attitude of servitude, relentless work ethic, and teamwork. Bro, you ain't about them, you go get up out of here. Point blank period. And that's cool. You can talk all your noise. I'm never going to say nothing back. We just go keep moving forward because that's what we was doing before they got here, more than likely.
Respect, man. Too much respect. Now, I got to ask about all these books because people looking at all these books, I can tell this. I've seen this other than J Mac. I've seen this one other time in my life where I see somebody they have to take in all this information. Somebody don't think I'm name dropping. I'm not. But it was Jonathan Jackson, Jesse Jackson's son. And he went to North Carolina A&T, and one of my friends knew him. And I went to his apartment, and on the floor, it blew me. To this day, it still blows me away. This is what I take away from anything that I've ever known about the Jacksons. All over the floor was piled with books.
Right.
So just imagine the whole house. Not just like the whole house was just books. There's books over here. There's books in the kitchen. There's books. The living room is a stack of books.
Right.
And it's always, to me, I'm like, if this guy is going through books like this, I better read as much as I can and be as educated as I can be. Why is this so important to you, these books, man? This is a guy, you didn't go to college. You came from a very humble background. But these books and knowledge is important to you. Why is that?
Bro, because I'm the leader. All right. And it's not easy. And I don't know. I never take the approach like I know what's going on, bro. I'm completely ignorant to it. So what's the only thing I can do? Bro, I got to get the game. I got to get the knowledge. It's in books. The game is in books as much as you possibly can. Some things I read is brand new. Oh man, great. We'll move it. Some things I do, I learn is reassuring. Like I might have made a call that I don't know if that was a great call, so I'm always second guessing it. I might read it in 4 books and like, okay, bro, that was the right call. Right. And moving forward, that's how we gonna handle this path. So you gotta read. This is the armor, bro. These failures are real. Like you gotta remember too, you're not the only one going through these things. And like you said, when you went to Mr. Jackson's house, it was books everywhere. I'm reading a book right now, right there. It's called Thou Shalt Prosper, right? It's by this Jewish rabbi about how Jewish community, and basically it's making a bridge between Jewish community and some of their religious beliefs and how it associates to for profit, for business profits. Like we always know Jewish is the most, like they own the most stuff, they're most successful in business, right? And even in that, he gave a scenario when he was like in their household. He was like, I think he said his son or somebody in the book was basically dating a girl. And when they were dating a girl in a Jewish house, that's how all their households are. I didn't know that. Books are everywhere. They're called the people of the book, right? We don't know that because we're not Jewish. So he was like, the dude was basically like, hey man, I'm having my date come over here tonight. We got to clean these books up. And they cleaned all the books up so it can look regular to this Jewish girl. And they end up getting married. And he talked about how before they got married, the girl said, you know, I almost didn't go on a second date with you because you didn't have any books in your house until you told me you cleaned them up. That's how normal it is in their, right? In their lifestyle, and how abnormal it is in ours. And that's the association with their acumen of business and their success. They reading all day. We ain't. You know what I'm saying?
Are you passing this down to your children? Because I know earlier,
absolutely,
outside of them, how hard is it to get them to understand how important it is not to read Google or social media, to read books?
It ain't as hard because they see it and they see me doing it and they see the people I talk to and I expose them to. But then at the end of the day, you know, they kids, so I still make them do it. And I encourage them. So I might say, hey, bro, today, especially in the summer, bro, you reading a book. You know what I'm saying? You read a book. All day you go read a book, and then you go tell me what you read. And then when you tell me what you read, bro, I'm going to validate that. Oh, bro, that's dope. Oh, man, I ain't even know that. Now you teaching me something. Right. So that confidence is like, okay, that's what that book gave me. Now do I feel better? I know about it. But I put my dad up on something. Right. And then you'll catch them kind of telling other people like, oh, yeah, you know, when Carter was over here, he told me this, right? About the book. So I teach them the strength in these books, but you got to have the discipline to sit down and open them. But, bro, we sit down and you open a book for 30 minutes, bro. I'm big on quotes, bro. The unfed mind will devour itself. You got to feed your mind, bro. The unfed mind, you'll sit there and you'll be depressed and worry about the world. Bro, you get in these books, you'll be so motivated. You realize the greatness and the hard times other people overcame. You're like, it ain't no special to me. I can do it too. But you don't open the book, you don't know.
Give me the top 3 warm books.
Whew, man. Number 1, my John Maxwell Daily Reader, right? 365 pages.
Really? Just inspirational quotes?
Yeah, bro. Yeah, bro. It's probably...
I had one too. I don't even know. I had to go home and find mine.
Yeah, it is. Right? 365 days, bro. Every day is a reading, bro. It's a day. You feel me? So even if you too busy, you at least can read for that one day, and he go drop a gem on you to put the rest of your day in perspective.
Oh, they got the dates on
them. They got the dates on them. Okay. So, you know what I'm saying? You just keep going. Every year, you just go, whatever date it is, you just pull it up.
I'm going to do something I normally never do on the date that we're recording. Today is the 6th, isn't it?
Yeah, today the 6th.
On this date, listening.
Come on, bro. You can read it if they need the game, if you want to give it to them.
No. You get the book, man. Listening. That was John C. Maxwell. This is good. This is true. I used to read these on the air. I don't know if J Mac gave me this book. I don't know how I got this book. Because I'm like you, I acquire books and I don't know where I get them from, but I got a ton of books. I got to go through the process of getting rid of some books.
Right.
But I used to read a quote. Before we started the show, I started the show with reading a quote and then playing a gospel song. Then I got into the ratchetness after that.
Right. Now we got that out the way. Here we go.
But, I thought, sometimes people don't get this, right? You know, just like we used to give news on the airwaves, and a lot of times they didn't want me to give news on it. I'm like, man, it might be the only time that my people know what's going on in the world. We're going to give some news, even if it's just 1 minute. We're going to let you know that, hey, this is the crazy that's happening in the world today. You need to know that. So that's number one. This book, number one.
John Maxwell,
I like
Daily
this.
Reader,
This just give you that. Even if you don't like to read, maybe you just reading a little bit at a time. You're reading just daily. Just pick a day.
Sometimes 2 minutes a day, bro. Just 1 2-minute reading. I guarantee you'll be inspired. It give you a perspective.
Look, he underlining in it.
Yeah, everything, bro. It's real.
This is serious. It's serious.
Yeah, and I'm gonna read them every time, and everybody in the company reads that. So this book is at every location that She's Happy How. The managers are to read this to their team every single day of She's Happy How.
Really?
Facts. When we do our Monday morning calls, we end our Monday morning calls reading whatever that day is in that book, bro. It changes your energy. You feel me?
Damn.
It changes your energy.
I wish I could talk to your staff and find out if they like that or how they feel about that. Like, oh, that's just warm feeling itself or something like that.
I hope they don't tell you that. What's
your purpose in that is to read and get inspired by that? What's your purpose is what?
To get the energy, bro. Just to recalibrate my energy, bro. The world dark. You know what I'm saying? And all them energies that have you feeling some type of way. This book will always center me. Whenever I read this, I'm going to be centered. Whatever I was handling, I'm going to look at it from a new perspective. And it's only a 2-minute read a day, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm trying to create my own for the people as well, because I think we need it. You feel me? That talk a little bit more like we talk. But that one for sure.
Well, I'm gonna get the first copy of that book. Let me know when you're done.
Man, I'm working on it, bro. I promise I'm working on it. It used to be on my board. Write the damn book, Warren. But I promise you I'm working on it. I would say that, bro. I would say the 360-degree leader, right? I'm gonna say a lot of John Maxwell, bro, because leadership is big to me, right? Especially any aspiring entrepreneur, bro. You need to be reading leadership books. Number one, you need to know how to lead yourself. And leadership is influence, right? So if you got a great idea, a great plan, a great business, bro, if you're a terrible leader, you're not gonna go far. If you're a great cake baker, you feel me? You eventually gonna need to staff.
I've seen some terrible leaders still be able to move their organization, and I've never understood that.
And they stay for a long time?
Well, they're able to run their organization and make it still move along.
They must got some great leaders under them, or they must got some great benefits. You know what I'm saying? But in this day and time, I would love to see how they faring right now, because people know they got an option. People got to know that the company kill, they'll move around. You know what I'm saying? Ain't nobody staying for the gold watch no more. They ain't doing that.
You sure right about that.
They leaving. So you got to just know how to treat your people. 360-degree leader, because it teaches you how to lead from wherever you're at in the organization.
Side note, Mr. Warren also goes on sabbaticals of leadership conferences.
Absolutely.
To learn more. So you still continue to invest in yourself to learn more. Because I think a lot of times people, like, they may not want to go to a conference for whatever reason. They don't want to pay for it or whatever, but it was kind of interesting to hear that you will still pay to go to a conference to learn some stuff, because you feel like there's still more that you can learn.
I'm always going to get the game.
I admire that.
I'm always going to pay to get the game, bro. And people need to go. They don't want to go basically because they don't want to get out their comfort zone. I'm gonna go to the conference, but I'm gonna be the only one look like me in the conference, bro.
Yes, sir.
Every time I'm on the front row, I got my notes, and nobody knows who I am. I'm not on the, hey, I'm the CEO, my company made $100 million. Bro, I'm here to get the game. You feel me? I'm taking notes, I'm asking questions. If I can, I'm gonna try to go to lunch with the professor or whoever's on stage, whatever time I can get with them. Bro, I'm just there to get the game, because I don't come from a family that had this game. You have to actively pursue those relationships. So I actively pursue them. You know what I'm saying? Because if not, we'll stick in our comfort zone, bro. I absolutely.
Who mentored you? Did you have a mentor?
I ain't really.
Because people always talk about how important that is.
It is.
But some of us, me included, we never really had mentors. But we could have gotten further down the road if we did. Like,
absolutely.
It's amazing. Like, you're on this road now, but you just did it by, I hate to say the boots and the,
bootstrap.
Yeah. But you did. But there was no true mentor there for you.
Nah, bro.
But you believe in mentorship.
Absolutely. Like, even when I first started to, like I told you, 5 years we wasn't moving around. Like, we was behind the scenes. When I started to come out of the scenes, like, all right, bro, I'm gonna start letting people know who I am. I hired D-Mars out here in the H, because I understand the game, bro. Ain't nobody got time. Anybody who you really want to mentor you, usually, bro, their time is very limited. You feel me? So I hired him for a few months to just shadow him and watch how he moves in rooms. I learned a lot from D-Mars off the game. Just like, bro, $1 billion room, $100,000 rooms, full black rooms, unapologetically him.
Yeah.
And I'm always gonna show up to wherever I'm at, unapologetically Warren.
Yes,
you
sir.
feel me? I learned that from him. And if I would say anybody else that's kind of like who I still get a lot of game, I would consider semi-mentor Sean Taylor, who used to own Zaxby's, part owner of the Astros, had 31 Taco Bells.
Wow.
Like, bro, the game I get from him, anytime I talk to him, I'm always soaking it in because he did it already. And we talk to each other, and it's iron sharp as iron, but I would look at him as like a mentor figure too. Anytime I can talk to him, I talk to him.
You think that's important? Do you have a mentoring program that you...
I
don't. I know you say you just started that 501, and that's probably, if it is not a part, your knowledge most certainly should be a part of it.
Yeah, I got like the Warren Broadnax Inspire, so I speak a lot.
Cool.
I dropped 90 days of footage, really 95 days of footage, because I understood people need to see it and they want to hear from it, and I just don't have the time. So in 2019, I was working on my speaking platform, working on my author platform, and from January 1st, I had a person I met with, and her son was a videographer. She was supposed to help me with my speaking and my book writing. Her son, videographer, we met here at the office. Spent time with the family that day. We met here January 1st. Her son was videoing our meeting. We had it over there in my other room over there. And from that day, she was like, you know what, y'all should just do this every day. So for 95 days straight, he stayed with me. He met me at the office, wherever I flew to around America, checked on my stuff, anything. He was right there on my corner, and I gave the game away. And we pumped out a video every single day.
Nice.
And bro, by day 7, people was hitting me on my phone.
Where were you putting it at?
I was putting it, at that time, I was putting it on my Facebook page.
Okay.
Because I didn't even know how really, I wasn't
like,
really,
is it in the capsule somewhere where
yeah,
people can
it's still on
see it
Facebook.
right now?
They can Google Warren Broadnax on YouTube. You'll see all
Okay.
95 days of it, bro.
Wow, okay.
But he hung out with me every single day, and every single day after the end of the day, we was in a room in Vegas or wherever we was at, he sat there and edited it up, found the message, and we pumped it out every single day. And bro,
that's your book right there.
A lot of stuff came from it. A lot of my quotes that I'm trying to put in here came from that. And it just showed people, I wasn't trying to impress nobody, bro. I was just trying to inspire them. Like, bro, I ain't great. I'm just trying my ass off. And it was like, if people just see me trying and failing, they'll see, bro, there ain't nothing great behind it. So he just gonna keep getting up every time he knocked down.
Behind it, man. I'm not gonna let you say that. I think you're cavalier because you're not normal.
Right.
I know you probably feel like you are, but you're not. Somebody that wakes up in the morning and just, I can take a no. I'm super driven. I'm always positive. You know, just the dudes that came to and I'm saying dudes, it could have been anybody that broke into your spot when you first started. That could have been the night that crushed your dreams, and you're like, you know what? I'm not trying to settle to these people. I don't want to do this.
Right.
You could have easily, at any point, there's points where you could give up.
Absolutely.
And it's not a part of who you are as a human being. Every time I talk to people, what I'm really trying to figure out? Why is that person the way they are? I talked to this brother who was an amputee. Why you wake up in the morning? Most people, a lot of people get in your situation and they just give up. But for whatever reason, you feel like, I'm gonna be bold enough to go to the gym and still be sexy.
Right.
Why? And is something special about that person? Is it something that they have in them that's different from these other people? Like, everybody else is normal. You're not normal. Marcus is not normal. He had an idea and was bodacious enough to believe that, you know what? I can get into the hair game.
Right.
Where does this come from? What makes you think? Gives you the audacity to think it? So that's what I'm always on a mission to find. Is it the person, or is it something they can pick up from society or a parent or a teacher? And it might be all of those things.
Of them, right.
But I guess I'm just on a search to find out. So I'm listening to you, enthralled in the conversation, moved by the conversation. And at the same time, while you're talking, I'm trying to figure out, did he pick it up along the way? It's just him? Because he's not normal. What is it? Now, I'm going to still walk away from here 2 hours from now. I'm going to still be thinking about it.
Right.
Was it him? Was it what happened to him in his youth? Was it the stuff that he picked up in the Navy? Or is he just different from everybody else and his drive is different? I'm getting philosophical at the end of this.
Right.
But that's the goal when I say that I just want to talk to people who I think are interesting people, because I really want to find out what's different between you and all the other people that want to but can't.
Right.
And I probably never get that answer, but I'm hopeful that maybe I'm like, I can see, you know, you're trying to see what's the consistency of all the different people. And no matter what they do, if it's finances, they have their own business and they're doing well. I mean, he's an amputee.
Right.
He has his own gym. What is it in those people that make them dare to say, I'm going to do this. I love to do it. And I'm going to just do it better than everybody else. So, man, I'm thankful that you even took the time to sit around here, talk to a fella like me. Because I just find it interesting. Like I said, man, when I first heard She's Happy Here, I would have never imagined that it was two black brothers that put this together.
Right.
But it tickles me in a great way to know that it was.
Facts.
You understand what I'm saying?
Facts.
And I love to hear stories when, you know, the brother is from here and now he's here. And I'm hoping that other, you know, people that look like us and children and all folks, they look at it and they get inspired to believe, they have the audacity to believe whatever they believe, they can actually do it.
Right.
And no matter what your color is, no matter where you're from, no matter what your sex is, if you believe it, no matter how many times you get told no,
absolutely,
get stepped on from parent to friends to family members, you can still make it happen. And you did that, man. I'm so happy.
It, bro.
And who am I to be proud? But I am, man. It's just it's awesome for me to be sitting here in front of you, seeing another brother going, he did that, man.
Man, I appreciate that, bro.
So now, for real, man.
Appreciate that, bro.
No.
I really do. Especially coming from you, bro.
No. I'm really, really inspired by what you've done, man. And seeing your office with all the books, man, it just encourages me even more.
Yeah, these ain't props, bro. These was here.
Nah, these ain't props.
Yeah,
we walked in, he was already here.
He
moved a lot out the way so we could do this and cleaned off stuff for us and everything. But no, thank you so much, man. I appreciate your time, man. I know you got way better things to be doing with your time, to be sitting here talking on this, man. But I'm hoping that somebody watches this and they get inspired and they start their thing, or they start to move and thought that they couldn't move. And you said something that said, you know what? I'm going to just take that first no today.
Yep.
And be okay with it. And don't take it personal. And then, you know, maybe they have a story where one day they can sit and
take 20.
They can sit on the 20th floor and overlook the city, man.
Yeah, they get bigger.
That city view crazy, man.
Get bigger. Get big out there. Yeah.
Oh, real quick. I know that She's Happy Here is not the only thing you do. I know you because I seen some clothes out there, because there's some nice shirts out there. You got a 501. Can just real quick talk about all the other things that you're doing, because you're a serial. It comes across to me that you're a serial entrepreneur.
Absolutely.
And once this is going and it moves on its own, you're the kind of person you're going to move on and want to create something else.
Absolutely.
So I know there's some other things in creation.
Yeah, bro. Well, we got Happy Me Tea. Me and my wife, we own Happy Me Tea. It's an apparel company. We print all type of apparel from, small entrepreneurs all the way up to Starbucks, bro. Schools, family reunion, everything, bro. We shout out to my boy Marcus Davis at the Reggae Hut. Rocking his merch today.
I didn't even know it, man.
Yeah, I'm rocking his Reggae Hut merch today.
I did not even notice that. What's up to Marcus?
Yeah, rocking the Reggae Hut merch. I'm trying to tell my boys, the whole H should be rocking Reggae Hut merch. Facts, they should. In Breakfast Club, The Breakfast Club merch. That, bro, we got Happy Me Tea, bro. We got the She's Happy Foundation, bro. We've been having that since 2018. So we do about 7 to 9 events annual a year. We're working on a few programs, you know what I'm saying, to really just help these youth out, entrepreneurship programs, entrepreneurship scholarships. And just my Warren Broadnax Inspires platform, bro. We do a lot of speaking, a lot of entrepreneurship, training the kids. You know, we go always in the hood at school. So if you're going back to school, bro, let me know. I want to come. And that's what pushed me, bro. It's just like, growing up, I ain't see me. You feel me? I ain't see a black cat who was just unapologetically himself and down for his people and would grind it out. So I want to be that for these next generation of kids so they can see it's possible.
That's right.
You know, everybody don't got a great imagination. You feel me? So if you don't, at least you know, okay,
we need that, man.
Yeah.
We need that, man. I'm one of them. I don't got no imagination whatsoever. I got to see you doing them. Like, oh, okay, I guess I can do that.
Right.
So we do need that. So I appreciate that. I appreciate everything you're doing as well. Can they follow you?
Yeah, man. Warren Broadnax on Instagram. WarrenBroadnax. You can put my name on Instagram, Facebook. I got public pages there, and on YouTube. You can check the full 90 days out on YouTube. But I'm always pumping out good energy, bro. Yeah, let me know what you think of it, bro.
I am, man. I am. Thank you so much, man, for real, man. This really means a lot to me, man. Thank you so much, man. I appreciate you taking out this time.
And I appreciate you having me.